Hi. We receive a number of calls every day into our office from Canadian companies looking to do business in the United States. Most often what those business owners are asking is, what are the tax implications when I start doing business in the US? One of the key concepts that we try to explain to them is the concept of a permanent establishment. Now, people ask, what's the difference, or how important is this permanent establishment? Well, there's a treaty between Canada and the US that says what can and cannot be taxed by the United States. One of the articles, Article 7, says that business profits arising in the United States can only be taxed in the US to the extent that they directly arise from a permanent establishment. So, if we can set your affairs up such that you don't have a permanent establishment in the US, you don't have any US tax to pay. All of your taxes are paid in Canada. You still have to report, mind you, because the penalties for failure to report can be substantial, ranging as high as $10,000. However, there is no tax exposure. So what exactly is this PE that everyone's talking about? Well, Article 5 of the treaty defines a permanent establishment as a branch, an office, a workshop. It could be a drilling rig or a construction site if it lasts long enough, or some other permanent and fixed place where the Canadian company conducts the affairs of the corporation. Additionally, having a dependent or an independent agent who has and habitually exercises the authority to conclude contracts on behalf of the Canadian company could also be sufficient to create a PE. Now, the tests for PE are very facts and circumstances driven, and they're particular to each company, so no blanket statement works for everybody. We recommend that you talk to a tax consultant, specifically a cross-border tax consultant, to help you determine whether or not you have a permanent establishment. There have been new rules also developed with regards to a permanent establishment. Recently, in 2010, new provisions were added to the treaty that stipulate that where you have employees or agents present in the United States for more than 183 days in the aggregate, they can also lead to a permanent establishment. So as you can see, this is a very complex area of tax regulation and tax law that you should ask for help with. If you have any questions about permanent establishment, or would like to talk about some of the other implications of doing business in the United States, please feel free to contact one of our cross-border specialists at Aylett Grant Tax. We're here to help, and we're happy to serve. Thank you.